We're live. Finally, do you know what? We will get it one day. We keep trying to get it to go live. We keep pressing the buttons. We scheduled it. It didn't go live, but now we're live, so we had to go manual again.
Yeah, we've had to do it manually. I'll have to try and work it out. I've tried to work it out, but I don't feel that I can get to grips with it yet. So it's just like me going, are we live yet? Are we live yet? I think this is the wrong stream. This is the stream. That's the stream.
We never know. They could have been watching like 10-minute of us going, is that on? Is that on?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that on? I don't know. Is it
and
on?
I'm going, what? So here we are again. We are here for a chat.
Yeah, we are. We'll talk about what we did for the week.
Yeah.
Whilst I've got my coffee, you got your water.
I've got my water as usual. What did we? You were off.
Yeah, well, I was off for a couple of days. I've come back to work. It feels like I'm never off. I've literally just come down because I'm working from home. So I've literally just run downstairs to start the live. So I've been really busy today. Very, very busy.
I've not been well the last couple of days.
You haven't, no.
Just migraines, really. Vision migraines and migraine, then followed by a migraine headache. But I think it might be me being on the laptop a bit too much, or glares, or not the right glasses because I need to go and get an eye test, not enough water, all sorts of things. Changing of the seasons, who knows? So that's been the last couple of days. I baked cakes today, so that was quite nice.
Oh, show.
Oh.
So look what Kelly's baked. We're just going to have some in a second. Pineapple upside down cake. That does look nice, actually. I've been sitting here trying to keep a view on you, and then that's down below me. But it does smell really, really good.
It really smells good. It's the first time I've made it because I've not made it before. And normally you do it in a round tin, but I didn't have a non-loose bottomed tin to do it in. The only one I had was a square one. It's a shallow cake anyway, and it looks very shallow. And in my mind, I was thinking, should I add more to the batter? But I will do that next time. So this one's kind of like a test, I suppose.
Yeah.
Really. But it smells so, I'm not going to lie, it smells so good. But this is the second cake I've made today because the first one, I made a pina colada cake, but that's been shipped off to my mum. And that one was decorated all around. If we do decide to edit this video, I'll get Mark to slip a picture in of what it looks like, if we can, because we're sort of relatively new to all of this type of stuff. So we're just learning bits and pieces. So I hope we can just pop a photo in of the cake that I had done earlier. So then I thought, well, what can we have? And we were on the theme of pineapple. So I thought pineapple upside down cake. I love a good pineapple upside down cake.
2 cakes in one.
2 cakes in one.
So while Kelly's cutting, I'll talk about what we've done today or this week. So this week we did a couple of reaction videos. The one we had, so my brother lives in the United States. He sent over a load of stuff from the United States. Cakes and, well, not cakes, but I think he sent mainly sort of popcorn and about all these different Kit Kats, which I've still got. If you watch the video, I've still got these Kit Kats here, which I'm munching through. So flavours we never had before, or no, I've never seen in this country. The weirdest one he sent over was and I've still got it here. It's a mashed potato lollipop, weird. And it actually tastes of mashed potato with butter. So it's got sort of mashed potato flakes in there. With butter in it, which is, I don't know if anyone remembers instant mash, but it's kind of like that as a lollipop. Does it taste weird? But anyway, it's a US thing.
I didn't try it because I just thought, that's just too weird for me.
Oh yeah, but I tell you something. There was a couple of bits we didn't try. I forgot to actually put them into the video, and that was you can actually get jars of Marshmallow Fluff. So anyone who's familiar with Ghostbusters, and you've got this Mr. Stay Puft, we got these marshmallow jar fluffs. I don't really see them over here, but there was that one. There was another one he sent over, which I don't want to try, and that's this one. It's actually called Redneck Cafe, and it's actually bacon-flavoured hot chocolate.
Yeah, so, again, that's just so strange.
It's actually, I think it's actually vegetarian. It's all, well, I was going to say E-numbers, but their version of E-numbers is just all... Well, just all American chemicals, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's full of those natural and artificial bacon flavors. But there we are. And what else was in there? Oh yeah, and the other one as well was what I really liked was the I think I still got it here. Yeah, which was Snickers popcorn. Again, I've never seen this here,
Yeah.
but that was so good. So it literally is just popcorn, and it's got nuts on it. Well, like I say, the caramel, like you would with a normal Snickers bar.
But the thing I found interesting about the Snickers popcorn was that the popcorn was actually plain, but the flavouring of you could obviously taste the chocolate and the caramel that's on the top of it, but the actual popcorn itself was quite plain, and I was expecting it to be sweet. So I found that quite strange. It was nice still. It was quite a nice popcorn, but I just found it really weird to have a non-tasting popcorn and then with the caramel and the chocolate.
Yeah, but there you go. So that was our taste of US.
Yes.
So I'll get my brother to send some more stuff over. I'm going to try and get him to send over really weird, well, weirder than that, really weird stuff, so we can try it.
I don't know about all of this weird stuff.
I know, but it'd be something different. Oh, the other one that we haven't done, and I'm not sure if we're going to do it, was this one, which is a cricket energy bar. So it's actually live, dead crickets in it. So the idea is it's supposed to be pure protein.
I don't know what you was thinking.
But
whether you thought I was going to try that. Yes.
We might give that one a go. Anyway, cheers. Let's try.
Cheers. So that's it cut out. So I'm going to try some now.
It looks good, actually.
I hope it tastes good. Like I said, it's my first one.
That's really good. Yeah, it's better because it's shallow. There's not too much sponge.
It's really good.
Even if you do say so yourself.
It's the first time making it, so I was quite worried.
That's good. That's on the par with your cousins. Kelly's cousin does really good cake. That's really good. That's really good. So what else? So yeah, last live chat we were talking about holidays, and that's what we did have a few chats, didn't we, this week about booking holidays. So I don't know if you guys have actually decided to book anywhere or thinking about booking anywhere, but in the papers today it did say you can now start thinking about booking foreign holidays. You can now start thinking about where you want to go and going through. You may need a passport, a COVID vaccine passport. That may come into fruition. Yeah,
but I think they're still discussing the terms of it. So the terms, I believe, they're doing a traffic light system anyway, with regards to the different countries, and your self-isolation for 2 weeks, depending on where you're going and all of that type of stuff. But also with the travel vaccine passport, it's a case of, I think they're still trying to determine whether you've had the vaccine, so you're okay to go. You test negative for COVID, so you're okay to go, and obviously low temperature or no temperature. So those are the things that or you've got the antibodies was the other thing. So that was the things that they were discussing that would be on the travel passport should they go towards that sort of thing.
So I'm helping myself while you carry on talking. This is really good. This is really nice. Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. We do want to get away purely so we can do more films.
Trips abroad and
or shoot more of our videos abroad as well. That's
and just relaxation. I mean, I think we all need to relax a little bit and kick back.
So we're also talking about quick getaways. If you want to get away quickly, where we can go. We were thinking possibly, the quick trips that we've done, which we recommend, obviously, if you want something really, really quick abroad, is Paris and Brussels.
Because, like we said in the last live, what I like about those is that you just hop on the train and you're there.
2 hours. 2 hours from King's Cross to Paris, 2 hours from King's Cross to Brussels. Brussels is not big. There's not tons to do there, but you can just sit there, have chips, have beer, eat lots of chocolate. I mean, that's not bad. For a week, and you can do it in a weekend easily. You can do it in a day. You
can do day trips to Paris. I mean, plenty of people do. Plenty of schools do it.
But I'm thinking, in terms of doing the whole city in a day, you can actually get around it in a day.
Yeah, you could. But I mean, to really experience something. I mean, if that's all you can do, then by all means, you must do it. Go there, do it for the day and all that. But if you can, and you really want to experience different things or do different things, experience different foods and all of that, really try and go for the weekend.
Mm.
But like I say, if you can only do a day, we can only do what we can do, right? So if you can only do it in a day, then definitely go for the days. I highly recommend it. Because we did do Brussels as a day trip, and we did I've done Paris as a day trip before. I've done both of them as day trips. But Paris for me, doing it as a day trip was quite normal because when I was younger, we used to go and visit family in Paris anyway. So to go there for the day didn't really at that time when I was going with the school didn't really mean anything because I went quite often anyway. It means a lot more now that we're older and you're looking for that quick break or you want to do something quite different. And I feel that that's quite different. I want to do. I said this in the last video. I want to do like a little series of different getaways and things like that.
Yeah.
I just have to figure out how I'm going to break down the videos because I want to do one on flights, I want to do one on hotels, one on packages, sort of different things like that, and things that will help you sort of when you're trying to book and the things to look out for and things that you might want to pay attention to that you didn't before and how to get sort of. I'm not an expert on how to get the best deals or anything like that. It's all relative with regards to finance, to everyone's finance, it's all relative. So, you can do it in such a range of ways that I wanted to do a little tidbit on that, really.
So that's to look forward to.
Yeah.
So one of the other things we've been doing this week, the last couple of weeks actually, is we got a bit lazy. And we've been doing more and more takeaways. So we do want to do some more takeaway videos as well, because we realise how often we actually do takeaways. And we've got so lazy, we've actually been starting to do Starbucks takeaways. So
yeah, tell everyone.
Yeah,
we're
doing Starbucks takeaway. So we are actually, rather than go down and get some, because Starbucks is about a half-hour walk from here. So then our nearest one. So instead of we'll just order it through. So, and it does come quite quick. We went through Deliveroo. Yeah, and it's there in minutes. And it's still, so I mean, like I say, if I order a coffee, it's still hot by the time it gets to us. So and then of course then to make it worth it while we've got to order the cookies. I've got really into those biscuit cookies. I should have
of course.
No. Oh no, that's
no.
What's that one? Oh, I won't show you that one because it's half eaten. That's
yeah, let's not show half eaten biscuits. But yeah, we've been because what we did on the same day, we got a takeaway, and then we got in fact though we went for 2 different takeaways plus Starbucks, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because sometimes Mark and I, we don't want the same. Mark's pescatarian, and obviously I'm not, so we differ in the takeaways that we like. We like different things. And your absolute favorite is seafood pizza.
Yeah, so this is the thing. Ken and I always have this thing. We never want the same thing from the same restaurant, and this is why I've got to say this is why we prefer. Why I say I prefer doing takeaways. When you're in a restaurant, you're kind of limited to that menu. But when you've got the idea to do takeaways from anywhere, we end up ordering from 2 separate places, and always these 2 mopeds turn up at the same time with different bits of food. So
because I time it quite good, I think, because the restaurants that might take a little bit longer than the other restaurants. So then you try and time it because something's going to be between 20 and 35 minutes and then the other one's going to be an hour. So you think, right, I'm going to order the one that's going to take an hour, wait 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll order the next one. And then sometimes we're only waiting like 10 minutes in between, really. Or sometimes they just turn up one after another, which is brilliant. But that day, I think we got 3 different takeaways, didn't we?
I know that was not good. But the what was the biscuits? Was it the birthday biscuit they do?
Oh yeah, they do an anniversary biscuit and a birthday biscuit. This is Starbucks.
Really good, that birthday biscuits, and they're really soft. I've never really tried Starbucks cookies before.
No.
It was your influence because you said, "Oh yeah, get there, all right, I'll try one." And then
what it is, right? This is what it is.
Here we go.
I'll buy a biscuit and then I'll say to Mark, "Do you want one?" And he'll say no. And then he'll say, "I'll have some of yours." Now, this annoys me, right? Because I think, right, I'm buying a biscuit because I want this biscuit. And I'm happy to buy you a biscuit. Just let me know and I'll buy you a biscuit. But don't tell me no and then say, my mum's a classic one for this. No, I just want a bit of yours. Yeah, but what I'm saying is I'll buy you one. I want to have my one.
Somebody
and
wants
I'll
the
buy you.
whole one.
I want my whole biscuit. I want my whole, Joey doesn't share food.
Yeah, I know. But that was the whole thing. So but actually, having tried that, it was really good. So now that's become our indulgent thing now. So we will every once in a while just get a Starbucks deli. I know it's not great for the environment. I know we probably should go there and get it. But in my defense, by the time I go and get the coffee and bring it back, it's going to be cold.
Yeah.
So, and also as well.
And I think when we do go for a walk, because we go for a walk quite often, we will go and we'll pick. But the only thing is sometimes when we go to get takeaway, because it's a half-hour walk away, by the time you get back, it's cold.
Yeah.
And we can just bung it in the oven or whatever, but it never tastes as good, I think, with some food. And that's not to say that's not, because I think pizza's always better the next day, but that's just me. But there are some foods, and like, I don't know, some rice-based foods or some other type foods that you kind of need to eat pretty much when they arrive or fresh out the oven. So I think Deliveroo are quite good for that, really, when you need to get it hot. But there are some other things I don't mind walking to, and I don't mind bringing it back, and if I have to reheat it, I have to reheat it. But then there are those other foods that especially things like tapas. And there's a really nice tapas place, again, about half-hour walk from here. And I have done that before. I've actually gone and picked it up myself, then walked back, and it's been stone cold, and tried to reheat it, but it wasn't the same. So while I don't mind with some things to reheat them, because that's just how life is, there are other things that I'd rather have that are fresh. And I think, do you know what I mean? This is going to taste nice, especially like if you've been waiting all week, or if, there are certain things that just going to put my glasses on. You've been waiting all week for stuff, and you just think, I really could do with this, or I really could do with that. So then you really enjoy it when it arrives, because you've been waiting all week, if that makes sense. Because
also as well, when I finish work, the last thing I want to do is cook. I really, really don't want to cook. I enjoy doing them for the videos.
Yeah.
But like I said, some of the ones we've done for the videos as well, I'm not a great cook, so the whole point of me doing them is to show that how simple a recipe is.
Yeah.
That was the whole point of me doing them.
Because
if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah, then that's so true. I mean, I only just recently started getting into my baking. And I've been doing quite a lot of baking really recently. And then it's nice when the family and friends say, oh, can you bake me a cake, or can you do this, or can you do that? And I'm happy to oblige and, bake those cakes and things like that. But after you sort of been baking cakes, and then you think, oh my god, now I've got to go and cook something. Do I really want to? No. But a lot of the time, I'm always cooking lunch or something like that. If I'm not doing a curry, I'm doing a pasta. If I'm not doing a pasta, I'm doing a homemade pizza. If I'm not doing do you know what I mean? So there's always, I try to sort of switch up dishes every day. But then there comes a time when I just think, oh, do you know what? Let's just, normally on a Friday or a Saturday, we'll say, do you know what? Let's get a takeaway.
And we'll enjoy them.
Yeah, we do. We really do. We enjoy different ones, not the same ones, different ones.
So we will be doing some videos on that as well, because we're going to do some samples of takeaways. I think we want to try and do some of the dishes we don't normally do. One thing that always puts me off restaurant, when you go in there, I tend to play it safe, because you would think to yourself, I don't want to order something I'm going to pay for or not like. So I do want to do some taste tests on those.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It gives me carte blanche to try something different. Especially Wagamama's. There's a few recipes, because you always order wags.
Oh, I love a wags.
You like wags.
Who doesn't like wags?
And I always end up getting the same thing, because I don't want to get disappointed.
Yeah.
So if I try something different, and I can put it on the video, and then you don't have to try it because I've done it, or you might want to try it because I've done it.
It's true, because I also understand food envy, when like sometimes I'll go with a friend and they try something, and then I think, oh no, I wish I'd gotten what they've got, But then I'll know for next time, and I'll have it in my mind, right, next time when I go to that restaurant, that's what I'm going to get. There was an Indian restaurant. It's changed over hands now, which is a real shame. And I remember going there with my friend, and she ordered this fish dish. And from then on in, I always got that fish dish because that fish dish was so good. It was so good. And then they changed over hands, and they don't do that fish dish anymore.
That's
So
the way it is.
that's a real shame.
That is it when each restaurant changes hands.
Yeah.
Your chain ones are all right because they will stick to the same recipe. Although it annoys me when certain ones, there's a dish you like and then they
discontinue.
Yeah,
it.
oh, that's annoying. But Prezzo's shut. Did you see that? Our local Prezzo's shut. So
we were saying that the last time, yeah.
Now, do you think Rishi Sunak will do another Help Out Eat Out this year, or do you think that was a one-off? He said it was a one-off, but to get the economy going again, do you think he'll do it again?
Do you know what? No. I don't think he'll do it because I think the restaurants might do it, but I don't think he will do it purely because. No, not the second. I'm just going to finish that last bit. Purely because I think the last time it encouraged so many people to go out, and
it raised the infection rate.
And I know, like, a lot of people have had the vaccine, or a lot of people have antibodies, or a lot of people are testing negative and whatnot. But even if you have the vaccine, you can still carry the virus. And then again, it incubates for a week or 2 weeks, or all of that sort of stuff. So it will be a while before you know if you have it. So I don't know if he'll do that purely because of what happened the last time.
Well, I don't know though, because the other thing, no, I don't think he will. I think you're right, and the reason why I don't think he will is because he said it was a one-off, and he said to restaurants, because some restaurants carried it on, as you know. So the idea is you £10 for a meal, and some of them did carry that on. So I think he wants them to carry on that deal. He may do it though, purely on the fact is the situation is different this time round because more people have started to have the vaccine.
But that's what I'm saying. But you can still carry the virus. That's the thing, isn't it? It's the fact of that you can still carry the virus. You may not get as sick as before and stuff like that. But for the simple fact that not everybody has had the vaccine, that's the risk, isn't it?
But then also as well, they could then put a caveat then to say you can only do the Help Out to Eat Out if you've had the vaccine. So you show a vaccine passport.
Yeah, but then that would negate the Eat Out to Help Out. Because if not everyone has had the vaccine, or some people who don't want the vaccine, you're punishing the ones that don't want the vaccine.
Well, that's the point. So it forces you to have it.
We'll see. I don't think
he will. I think though, but I do think restaurants will need to do something because otherwise, but people will do. There'll be a big push to go out. I think straight after lockdown. That's what I think.
But also, you have the tiered system, so it wouldn't be fair if somebody in their 20s who hasn't had the vaccine and isn't going to have the vaccine until later on in the year can't go to a restaurant.
Yeah, that's true, because it'll be just by then it will be the over 40 still having it done.
Or whatever. Yeah. So, do you see what I'm saying? They would be punished through no fault of their own.
Well, but you could also argue that because the guy that owns Pimlico Plumbers, he said you can't have a job at Pimlico Plumbers unless you've had the jab. But there must be a whole lot of Pimlico Plumber employees that are under 30. There must be.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be eligible for the jab. So in that respect, you would say, well, that's not fair. I can't get the jab because of my age. You can't pay for it privately. Well, you probably can, but
yeah, you can pay for it privately.
So you'd have to go and get paid for it privately,
unless the company was going to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
The company could pay.
There you go. So I don't know if any viewers from Pimlico Plumbers they could tell us, but yeah, that's it.
How's that working? Yeah.
But yeah, so we will see. So we will do some more vlogs on or blogs, I should say, on takeaways, food takeaways. Well, we always do food anyway, but we do want to go in the direction of perhaps doing that as well until we can start getting out and doing some more of our vlogging outside.
Yeah, our travel and things like that, because I think we're really missing it, aren't we? We're really missing that travel and holiday vibe. I mean, I know that I miss just relaxing, just kicking back and relaxing in the sunshine. Don't get me wrong, when the sun's in the garden, I'm out there, and that's my extra room that I go to, and enjoy that, that air, that sun, that
Yes.
warmth.
I mean, we would have been in Florida probably now. Actually, we normally go around about this time, so that was our plan to go to Florida, do more videos from there. But unfortunately, we can't do that at the moment. But we will. We do want to go out there.
Yeah.
Very well, as soon as we can, really.
Yeah.
So we can then do some more videos outside Florida, particularly the parks. I'm missing the parks.
Yeah, I know. What's the thing that you really miss about the parks? What is your one thing, or Florida, or Orlando, Florida, where we on International Drive, or the parks, or shopping, or whatever? What is the one thing that you like really miss?
I don't know. Do you know what, for me, and I think will be much more this time round, is the fact that when you arrive, especially when you go to a different country as well, you've got that feeling, it's warm, or most cases when we go away. You're right. Obviously, you look outside, the landscape's different, the people are different, the cars are different. And I think that you really then get into that mode, oh, wow, I'm on holiday.
Yeah.
So that's one for me. But you could argue that about other places. You can go and do that.
Yeah.
But I think for Orlando especially, I think it's the vibe. There's definitely a vibe in Orlando. So we normally stay in Point Orlando, just off the... actually, on the Strip.
It's on International Drive.
On International Drive we stay. So we've stayed at a couple of places. We stayed at Homewood Suites and we stayed at Avanti.
Yeah, both we've done videos for. So
yeah,
you can check that out at your leisure.
Which is kind of mid-strip. And then both of the reason why we stay there is both of them offer shuttle services to the parks as part of the room package.
Yeah.
So for me, it's that thing and that buzz. You can go there, you wander around the parks all day, and it really is an all-day experience. What about you? Would you say the same?
I think what I absolutely love, though I like different aspects. So, what I love about holidays in general is as soon as we get to the airport and we're going for breakfast. That to me is the beginning of the holiday.
Yeah, you like that. I
love it.
Kelly's thing is that's it. The best part of the holiday is the breakfast in the airport on the way there. For me, it's when you land. Well, actually, no. For me, it's when you actually go. You've got your keys, you've got all that fluff, that faff of signing in and registering, and you just put the key through the door and you walk into your hotel room. That for me is the best thing because you've passed everything, you're in, and you've got that whole holiday to look forward to. That's my favorite bit.
Mine's from as soon as we get to the airport and we're having breakfast, and then I think, this is the beginning of the holiday. Can't wait. So I love that, and then when we arrive, and normally when we arrive, it's in the evening, and I'll set up, and then you'll go out and get us takeout.
Yeah, you see the takeout thing going on here.
Yeah, and you'll get us takeout, and our favourite takeout, because when we went the first time, because I'd been many times before, but the first time that I actually went with Mark was your first time.
Yeah,
and the first place that we went to was TGI Fridays.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that was the first place. That was the first restaurant we went to, and then the second time when we went, we did it again. But then after that, Bahama Breeze.
Yeah, and we've been addicted to Bahama Breeze ever since.
Yeah.
Bahama Breeze is a Caribbean type restaurant for those that haven't seen it. Really good food, really, really nice. It's kind of got some Mexican dishes.
It's a fusion.
Yeah,
it's a fusion.
That's the word.
It's not. It's not Caribbean. It's not. But their dishes are based on Caribbean dishes.
Yeah, that's true. Caribbean inspired, I should say, rather than natural Caribbean cuisine.
And they do like coconut prawns, and they do like a fish quesadillas.
Oh, that quesadilla.
Yeah.
Because it's got crab, the one with crab meat in it. That's delicious. And you've got the cheese. Oh, that's
yeah,
so good.
yeah. And then they have, they do really good mash. They do really good salmon, and I'm sure that's the one with the almonds on top, right?
Yes, that's right. American mash. I was going to say it's so buttery and creamy. I've not tried it anywhere. Well, obviously you get decent mash. You can get decent mash here, but not like that. It's just a different taste.
I love honey mustard mash here. We do whenever we go, and if we're going to some type of carvery, and they'll have a honey mustard mash or whatever, and that's really great. But yeah, I love Bahama Breeze. I love all the, if you ever get a chance to go, or if you want to just Google and find out more about it, because they've opened, since we've been going, they've opened several, because there used to only be one restaurant. That was it. And I had discovered it with it was me, my bestie, couple of friends, my cousin, and we went to this place, the Bahama Breeze. And you know, they play the steel pans and all that of an evening. It's really nice. And I've got to say, it's one of the places that we eat the most at when we're there, other than the parks, because we'll sort of eat at the parks. We'll try different things, especially if there's a food festival. So when there's a food festival, we'll just go around to all the different countries' showcases, and then we'll try all the different foods that they have there.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, the big thing for me is the portion sizes as well. Or the all-you-can-eat buffets. Now, obviously, that's changed slightly because of the pandemic.
Yeah, they do what they call family style now.
Yeah, that's right. Because, so, for example, Vegas, which is famed for its what's called all-you-can-eat restaurants, that's changed. I don't think any of them are operating now. We watched a guy on YouTube who does his vlogs from there, and they have changed. But back to the Florida bit. So, of course, the other bit I really like as well is when we get to Universal Studios. So just as you go into Universal Studios, or before you go in, you go down this walkway, and there's just in the entrance there's one they call Twosome's Chocolate Emporium. Now that's one we went to. The portion, that was delicious.
Yeah.
The idea is it's themed like a Victorian.
It's steampunk.
Yeah, steampunk theme. Yeah, so Victorian steampunk. And inside as well, because it's famous for all its chocolate. So, as you say, Twosome's Chocolate Emporium. So they sell loads and loads of different chocolates, variety of that, huge milkshakes. And they have one milkshake there. So it was like a pint itself, but they had a cupcake on it.
Yeah.
I was chatting to the waitress, and I said, is that a whole cupcake on it? She goes, yeah. So we also blend one in as well. So you're actually having two cupcakes, really. It's blended into the drink. Huge things if you get to Google it.
I love the food there, but I can't eat as much as Mark, believe it or not. And they do these tachos, these pork tachos, but of course Mark is vegetarian, well, pescatarian. So they brought out these tachos one day, and when it's very hot, I can hardly eat anyway. And it was super hot that day, and I really wanted these tachos. So I ordered them, and they came, and of course they were massive, and I was just like, oh my god!
Starter, and it was like that. This huge thing of tachos, which are what's like potato croquettes, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like tater tots.
Yeah, tater tots. That's it. So and this was giant. This was a start. You couldn't eat it.
No, it was so big, and I'm so glad that was the only thing that I ordered.
Yeah,
because I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't even finish it. It was so. I wonder if they would do half portions.
No, I doubt it. Well, that probably is half.
Oh God, could you imagine?
That's the thing with the United States is the portion size. Now, for me, that's right up my street.
You and your brother.
Yeah, I always complain about the portion sizes in the UK. You take me to some posh French restaurant, and the portion size is like this on a plate. So I've eaten in 3 seconds, and then I'm thinking, oh God, I'm starving, and I've got that's it.
Yeah, but I could take him to a normal that does regular sizes, and he's still complaining that it's not enough.
So there you go. So for me, that's what I like.
Yeah, you like buffets.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I like buffets, but I think for me, what I don't like about buffets is that when they mass produce stuff and it's sitting under heat lamps, and it's just big plates of this and big plates of that and big portions of this, and you're looking at it, and I'm thinking, well, I only want a little bit of this. So there was a place that we went to in Vegas called the Wicked Spoon. Oh my goodness!
Oh, that was amazing. And unfortunately, like I said, it's not open at the moment, is it?
I don't know if they might have opened back up, because I saw one of the YouTube. It might have opened back up.
That's at the Cosmopolitan.
Yeah,
it's at the Cosmopolitan Hotel, so kind of the Central Strip.
And they do
Las Vegas, I mean.
Little baskets of things. So you get a couple of little chicken wings, and you can get one little duck leg, and you can get, and so the portions are more managed. So when I look at it, I think, I can manage. Now these are portions that I feel that I can manage. And then I can take a couple of things, put them on my plate, eat them. And if I'm hungry, I know that I can go back up for more. And you like the omelette station.
Yeah.
And you like all the crab and
we've kind of jumped from Florida to Las Vegas now. But I mean, for me, but I do think that's probably going to be the future of buffets. I think at least for a long while, I don't think you're going to be able to go up and help yourself.
Yeah.
I think you are literally going to have to say, I want X, Y, and Z, and they bring it up to you, and then buffet style, I think you can have probably as much as you like. But that's probably better, because I do have this really bad habit of absolutely piling my plate high, sitting down, you chow through about 2/3 of it. I'm thinking, I am stuck, but I've got to eat this because I put it on the plate.
Yeah, and so, you will eat it.
Oh, I'll eat it. Oh, yeah. I'll eat it. But this way, I think it's probably better. I think that's what's going to happen. And there aren't. Do you know what? Actually, in fact, when we got back from Vegas, I did think that. I thought, I want a buffet. I kept saying to Kelly, I'm bugging you, didn't I? I said, I want buffet. I want buffet. I want buffet. And there aren't that many, surprisingly, in London.
Do you know how long I was on Google? Yeah, looking for buffets.
It was
for this one.
I just had that thing in mind. So of course it takes me a while then to acclimatise back to having the boring portions. But it's amazing when you actually go. They are there, but they're not. But unless you do Chinese, but there's a lot of Chinese buffets.
Yeah, there are a lot of Chinese buffets. Yeah, but we were looking for something that has a more of a variety of dishes and a variety of different cuisines.
Yeah. What's the one in Croydon?
Oh, that's JRC. It used to be Cosmos, but now it's JRC.
Yeah. So that one's not too bad, but that's a kind of one.
You
just don't like the food. What Kelly doesn't like is because obviously when you do buffet, they cook it and then they leave it out, and then you don't know how long that's left out for. In most cases, not left out that long because someone will invariably eat it. But it can be left out for a while.
I think, do you know what it is? I like things to be of a certain way. And I think sometimes when I see something is just mass produced, rather than you see them cooking it and doing it nicely, and then you just think, oh, right, okay, well, do you know what it is? Maybe it reminds me of school dinners.
Really?
Maybe subconsciously, that's what it reminds me of. So when you see mass-produced stuff and it's just there, like when we used to have to queue up for our school dinner, and it would already be sitting there, already ready. Okay, that's your bit. Okay, that's your bit. Okay, that's your bit. That's your bit. And I think maybe in my mind somewhere that's the sort of thing I don't like.
I'm not sure. I mean, the thing is, I will say that quite a few buffets sacrifice quality for quantity. That is true.
Yeah.
And I do admit that, especially cheaper ones. Now, in London, there are a few, or they used to be, they're not open so much now, but there are a few that I've got both, but you do pay for it.
Yes.
You do pay for it, and you're looking at like a £60 per head plus. Those type of buffets. So you can get them, but it will cost you.
Yeah. But I think when you sort of go out in general, I mean, you could go to any sort of restaurant and still pay £60 per person and it not be as generous portion size as you would like. Do you know what I mean? Or you could go to a buffet and it be of a better quality and it will cost you £60. I mean, it's all relative, really. So I like different. I mean, I love a good carvery, to be honest. I love going to a carvery.
Oh, yeah, Toby.
I like, it doesn't have to be the most expensive place or anything like that. So there are certain places that I really like. And then there are other types of cuisines that I like. I quite enjoyed the Ned. Again, we've done a video.
Oh, yes, Ned's Feast. Where is that?
That's in Bank.
Oh, yeah, in Bank. That was really good. That one I really recommend. It is pricey, but like I said, it's a one-off treat. It's only it was. Of course, we're in lockdown, but it was only open on a Sunday. I'm really interested to see actually when they reopen, how they're going to do it. Because again, that was a buffet, and it was all in a former bank. And then, of course, like I said, they used to set the food out there. Such good food, roast, like I said,
oysters, salmon,
unlimited lobster, unlimited mussels, unlimited oysters. So it was a really good selection of food, and both healthy, non-healthy. Quite a lot of selection there, but of course it was very rammed. You went round there in like a circle to get your food. So they must. I don't know how they're going to do it when they reopen, but that's one of the best ones I've ever had. So Ned's Feast.
Yeah, it's actually in an old bank, and the architecture is amazing. It's amazing, and it's really clever the way that they've sort of set it out and done it all. And it's one of those, those trendy places that you see young 20-somethings, young 30-somethings. They're in stocks and shares. They're all doing their trading and all of that type of stuff. And that's where they, that's where we hang out, darling. That's where we go. And
is that how they talk?
That's exactly how they talk, darling. And they're there and they're doing their whatever it is, and we rock up and we're just thinking, oh my god, that's really nice, that's really nice. And was that the first time you tried oysters?
Yes, it was.
It was there.
But because it was unlimited, I thought to myself, well, I'm here, I might as well try them.
Yeah, but you didn't try them the first couple of times.
No,
that
I was
we went.
scared. Do you know what it is? When we go abroad, so if we do go to the US and there's oysters there, I avoid them, not because I don't want them, it's just that I'm really worried if I do not want to get sick on holiday.
Yeah.
If I get food poisoning, that's 1-2 days and you're out.
Maybe more.
Yeah, exactly. And I've only got a limited time for them buffets. So I want to be in top form for those. Yeah,
because like when we do go away, Mark likes to go to a buffet like twice a day. He'll go like breakfast.
Oh yeah, I do actually. No, yeah,
yeah, he was just about to deny that, and I was like, hang on a second.
If I can get away with it, if I'm allowed.
The thing is, it's because it then becomes much of a muchness to me, and I want to do something or try something different. And when we go on holiday, your favorite meal is breakfast.
Yes.
That's what you really love.
Well, to be fair, that is my favourite meal of the day.
Yeah.
Anyway. I'm not. I know that might sound weird to some people who prefer dinner, but for me, it's breakfast. That's my favourite meal to have. For me, it's the symbol as well, because I work, like most people, Monday to Friday. I don't get time for breakfast, so I literally I pretty much have coffee for breakfast, and that is it. So on a Saturday and a Sunday, that is my relaxation time. I've got time to cook it. I've got time to prepare it. I've got time to really sit down, eat it, and enjoy it before we go off and do something else. But I don't have that luxury during the week. That's why breakfast is my favorite.
Is your favorite? And you love omelets. You like getting the omelets. So anywhere that we go in a hotel, if they have an omelet station, that's him.
Oh, I'm there.
He's there. That's
Especially
it.
if they've got the choice like that and that.
Yeah, you really love that. With me, I don't like getting up so early for breakfast, because breakfast for me is not that important, because we're on holiday. So I know if we're going to the parks, or if we're going to Vegas, or if we're going to Lanzarote, or New York, wherever we're going, there's going to be food. So for me, breakfast is not that important to me, because I'm thinking, well, I can just grab something. It's not, my appetite isn't as large as Mark's, so I know that I can grab a little something and I'll be fine.
Well, actual fact, that's a really good point, because if you are like Kelly, some people don't like that being governed by food. And what I mean by that is when you are in a hotel that does breakfast, you do feel compelled to get down for breakfast.
I don't.
Well, you end up having to, because especially if you go with your family as well, they'll all be down for breakfast. So you feel, and breakfast always in a hotel is normally served between 7 and 9, maybe 10 if you're lucky. And then, so that means you're forced to get up early during the week. But the great thing with Vegas is the fact that, because it is 24 hours, you can have it whenever you want. So if you do want to line, you will never miss breakfast, because somewhere invariably will be open.
Yeah.
And somewhere will serve breakfast somewhere if you want it. So even if you wanted to lie until 2 in the afternoon and then go get something to eat, you'll find somewhere that will do it, which yeah, I know places do all day breakfast, they do here, they do there, but like I said, you don't feel that compulsion to do that, like you would in a hotel. So like, I will wake you early to go and have breakfast, because I want to go down and have breakfast. Even in some hotels,
sometimes I'll just let you go down on your own. Yeah, because I just can't be bothered. I just think, I'm not.
She's not a breakfast person.
I'm not going to be tied. For me, I don't want to be governed by food. So if I'm not hungry or whatever, I won't, just because. So when we go to Lanzarote, we normally opt in for breakfast and dinner. And other people will let that govern them. So they'll have to get up for that breakfast and they'll have to get back for that dinner. But I'm not like that at all. I don't have to get back and have that dinner because I can go out and have the dinner, or I don't have to get up and have that breakfast. I can have breakfast later. And more often than not, I'm never ever hungry in the mornings. More often than not, I don't get hungry till about 11. So 11, sometimes even midday. So then it negates the point of the breakfast. But a lot of the hotels that you stay in, it has free breakfast. So the only time that sometimes I'm governed by it is if Mark says, "Come on, let's go down for breakfast," and then I'm like,
that's every day for me.
yeah.
But I suppose for my mentality is because I've paid for it, I've got to take advantage of it. I know we don't always do that though, because we tend to do half board, so we do breakfast.
That is half breakfast and dinner.
Yeah, breakfast
That's
and dinner.
half
Yeah, the half board. So I don't know, in my head, I suppose I feel compelled to have both, but we do sometimes skip the evening meal and then go to a proper restaurant anyway.
Yeah.
Just for because I know you like the variety of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. What I don't like is having the same thing every day. That's my thing. So I don't want to have to, and I don't want to be told, oh, you have to get down to breakfast for that time because I'm on holiday. I already get up early to have to go to work or whatever it is. So now I'm on holiday, and I have to get up early. That doesn't make any sense to me. I like to get up and go and enjoy the day, maybe sit by the pool, maybe walk along the strip, or go to shops, or go to restaurants, or, go to a show or whatever it is, go to see a site, go on an excursion, or go and do something. That I don't mind. I quite enjoy that. But I don't want to be dictated to because of food. So,
well, it could be worse. I've got a couple of friends that go self-catering, and their wives are expected to go up and cook for them and their children.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's one thing we avoid. I've got to be honest as well. I think if I'm doing holiday, I do not want to be doing it. That's the one time I do.
You don't want to be doing breakfast and things like that. That's fair enough. But some people enjoy it,
Oh yeah, true. I mean, I'm not knocking self-catering at all.
Yeah, some people really enjoy sort of getting up and cooking and doing their thing, and because they don't want to be dictated to, and I've got a friend who loves getting a villa because then the whole family's together and they're doing things together, and they're getting up and they'll cook and they'll go out for breakfast or they'll go out for whatever, and that can be just as fun, I think.
Yeah, that's true. And also as well, when you order out as well, it's not always the best quality stuff. You don't know what's gone in it. That sausage sandwich you made me buy for you.
Oh yeah.
Jeez, I'm not going to say where it was. It was in Lanzarote, so I'm not going to say which restaurant it was. So Kelly wouldn't have the breakfast, so she had to go out and get the breakfast. So
I was just bored. I was just bored of the bacon and the sausage and the.
Bored of it. What did you make me go and get you? A bacon sandwich?
Yeah, but what did I make you get me? Back bacon.
All right. So anyway, I went to this one place. I won't say where it was, and so this guy then gets a baguette, cuts it in half, cooks the bacon, and he says, "Do you want black pudding and do you want sausage?" I said, "Yeah, she does. Wants that as well." He got them out, frozen, chucked them in the deep fat fryer. I looked at it, I thought, oh, and then what else you got with it as well? The hash brown, the thing in the deep fat fryer. I thought that's just horrible. All that fat dripping off of it, and he put it in a baguette.
Yeah,
you'd have been better off staying at the hotel.
Yeah, but I think, I just don't. Do you know what it is? I just don't like. But what I do like, the best, I think the best compromise for us is when we go to Vegas, because then when we go to somewhere like the Cosmopolitan, we go for brunch. So we get there for about 11, and then you can eat your omelette with your crab and your shrimp or prawns, as we call them here, and your whatever. And they have some quite good toppings in there, don't they? Then quite good fillings there.
Yeah.
That they don't have at other places.
Yeah, so if you do get a chance, watch our Vegas ones, because we've got there's some really good options now.
Yeah.
With the buffets as well. So, and also as well, I've noticed that with buffets in the UK, if they do a breakfast like Tobury, they'll stop it at 11 and then they clear the whole restaurant for an hour or so.
Yeah.
Then they prep for the lunch and bring that out. So you have to vacate the restaurant before you have the lunch. But in the Vegas one, if you time it right,
Yeah.
which I did, it just merges into one. So they put all the breakfast stuff out. Then around about 10, 11 o'clock, they gradually start taking those trays away and then putting the lunch out. So if you time it right, you can then have breakfast and then have lunch straight through. And I have done it. I'm not going to lie. I've done it. I've had breakfast and went straight through the lunch.
And then you're just sitting there thinking,
yeah, poor Kelly was watching me go through. I bet they couldn't believe it either. But you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it. So that's one thing. But the actual fact, Vegas is obviously just more about the food. We just got onto the subject of food.
Yeah, because we love food.
Yeah.
But I think if you do decide to go to Vegas, there's so much to do. Don't think, oh yeah, you're going there just to gamble and party, and you can only do 4 days, because that's what a lot of. But to be fair, I think that's how a lot of young people think. So when they're in their sort of 20s and they're thinking, oh my God, Vegas, we would only be able to go for 3 or 4 nights because I'd be gambling and staying up all night and blah, blah, blah. Yes, there is that aspect, but there's also the other aspect of the shopping, the Mardi Gras that they do in the old town, going to see the Grand Canyon, doing the flight over the strip, the day and the night. And there is the Shark Reef, there's the Secret Garden, there's all the Cirque du Soleil shows. The wheel, yeah, the icon.
The eye. Got that in Orlando too. And in actual fact, within Orlando, so we were talking about Orlando, the strip, they've now got the helicopter rides.
Oh yeah, oh
you remember we just spotted that last time, so it may have been there for a while. We only spotted it last time. So they actually go up and down. I think they actually go over the parks as well, so you get that aerial view. Now, I would imagine for the Florida one, you're best off doing it during the day, purely because it's not the lights attraction. But I would love to do the Vegas one at night because you've got the lights for Vegas.
I think you could do the helicopter at night because you've got all the parks that are lit up.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure it would be as good.
It wouldn't be like the strip of Vegas, let's say, with all the lights.
No, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's better to go during the day.
But you could definitely do a night sort of helicopter ride and stuff.
Yeah.
I think, sorry, because we went off track. My favorite part about, so I'm going to tell you my favorite part about Florida.
Go on.
I absolutely love the parks, and
you love Florida.
Yeah, I love Florida anyway. I don't get to because we're only there for 2 weeks, and we pretty much spend all our time in the parks. We don't actually travel out. So what I would love to do is go there a bit longer and then go check out downtown and all that. Because I drive here, but I'm a bit nervous to drive on the other side of the road.
The wrong side of the road.
Yeah, and I just think,
well, there's Florida as well, because there's so much there. Because we just stay in Orlando, but of course you've got Tampa Bay. You can go down to Miami.
I've been down to Tampa before. And I've been to Daytona before. A long time ago. And yeah, I would love to go to more downtown though. I don't know about the Everglades because I don't know if I would.
But the Everglades, I think, is more of a nature thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I'd be scared of the crocodiles. Or alligators, do they call
they're
them?
just trips though, aren't they? I mean, the trips will go out there and you just see them there. But there is an alligator farm out there, but we didn't go, did we? We were thinking about the alligator farm. You couldn't hold a baby alligator. But we didn't do that one.
No, I don't think that's just not my sort of thing.
Well, the other thing they were saying I know we're jumping now from Florida to Vegas, but the other thing that's really popular with British tourists in Vegas, so going over to Vegas, is the gun range. So in the gun range, purely because it's illegal over here, but they let you fire all kinds of, even machine guns. They will actually let you fire it on the range. That tour guide was saying to us, it's really popular with Brits because you just can't do it over here. That was quite popular. There's the museum on the Mob, which I really wanted to see. I never got around to doing that.
But he took me to see the biggest nugget, which I never even knew existed. I've been to that hotel before.
World's biggest golden nugget.
But I didn't know it held the world's biggest golden nugget until Mark said, "Oh, I want to go see that."
Because that's why the hotel's called the Golden Nugget, because it's got the golden nugget.
But I had been there the year before.
That's the old Vegas. That's right
the old town.
The north of the strip. That's the rougher part. So if you do go to Vegas, tend to avoid the northern parts. Anything from actually don't go to Circus and north. That's all the rough areas. The Stratosphere,
you can go. Just take a taxi. That's what we were
Take a
advised.
taxi,
Take a taxi there, take a taxi back. So you can go to the Stratosphere, and you can go to, or I think they call it the Strat now. They don't call it Stratosphere. You can go to the Strat, and you can go to Circus and things like that. Just make sure you take a taxi there and a taxi back.
What was your favourite hotel?
Where in Vegas?
Yeah.
To walk around,
or just either walk around or be in. So if you, and by being as well, I know we've only gone to two or three, but if you could stay in any one, which one would it be, and which one's your favourite to walk around?
If I could stay in anyone, I'd love to experience the Palazzo or the Wynn.
The Wynn, that's where Prince Harry stayed all those years ago. Yeah, so the Wynn or the Palazzo, which is just obviously off the Venetian. Yeah, that's right, near Treasure Island.
Bellagio.
Yeah, with the fountains.
Yeah. I don't know about Caesars. I mean, I like it, but it doesn't.
Oh, I stay at Caesars. There's one that I was shocked you didn't mention. That was Venetian.
But the Palazzo is just off the Venetian. They're connected.
You wouldn't stay at the Venetian?
I think I would probably prefer the Palazzo than the Venetian.
Apparently, the Venetian's the world's busiest hotel. So it's.
I can believe it, with all their gondolas and stuff.
Oh yeah,
it's amazing. It's really, really amazing. If you ever get a chance to go to Vegas, do the indoor gondolas and the outdoor gondola. And the indoor gondola is you have to actually go upstairs. The water and everything is upstairs. It's mind blowing, the architecture and what they've done.
Oh yeah, so good. It really is good.
It's just amazing, and it's just like, what?
My parents went there on a sort of like a group trip. So this is when they would have been in their 70s, and some of the group had already been to Venice the year before, and they preferred the Venetian because they said it's swimming pool water. Venice does smell. It's got a. It
does. I've been to Venice,
but this is because it's pool water. They really enjoyed it. So you can actually take the gondola around the.
Yeah, but Venice was very nice, but I preferred Florence to Venice. I thought it was just so much more. I don't know. It just felt better. The atmosphere was better. Was more of a romantic city, I guess, than, because I think a lot of people rate Venice, which, don't get me wrong, it's lovely in Venice, but I don't know, I just preferred Florence to Venice.
Okay.
I love the buildings, I love the architecture. It was just a lot nicer, I felt.
Oh, I really love Rome. Yeah, Rome was a really nice city, but then so was Siena. That's a beautiful city as well.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah,
not been, but yeah,
that's really nice. Really nice.
I think there are. I mean, I love city breaks. I really do. I think they are, so you get so much history, I think, in a city. And especially when you get a chance to see the old parts of the city as well. That's quite nice. And to see the buildings and to see the architecture, and it's just really, I just really enjoy it. And I don't know if people rate that, but I love getting a tour bus and I love discovering things on my own as well, but I love getting on a tour bus and maybe seeing things that perhaps I wouldn't have seen, because sometimes when you do walking, sometimes you're just walking in a specific area, but then you'll get on a tour bus and it'll take all these back streets and down all these roads, and you're like, oh my god, I didn't even realize that this was here, or I didn't realize that was there.
Well, actually, in fact, some people might like that. So you can actually do excursions. So if you're quite regimented and you like that, my parents always used to go with Titan tours, and they really recommend Titan. So with Titan, if you went to, say, somewhere like the United States, you would have a coach then, and they would get guides to take you all around. So the plus side is you are given a guide and people are showing you around. I suppose the downside, or plus side, depending what you like, is you have to be up early on that coach and gone, and you're out for the whole day. But what's good about it is they do take you to all places. You'll do much more in a day than you would, like we would.
Yeah.
But then again, we like to go for the relax. If you do want to go there to really get out and see things,
a
group tour is definitely the thing for you.
Yeah, because when my mum goes on holiday, she really likes to get out there. She wants to see everything. She wants to experience things, and I like to take my time. So I like to walk around. I don't mind doing a little bus tour, and things like that. But my mum really loves to do the excursions and really likes to see sort of different places.
Kelly's mum hates the beach, so like I said, we'll go on the beach, but that'll bore her senseless. So she wants to get out there and do things, doesn't she?
Yeah, she really does. She likes she doesn't find relaxing. I think because she's relaxing here, so she doesn't want to go. You know, when people are retired and that they're already relaxing.
Yeah,
they don't want to. They're the opposite.
Relaxing.
They don't want to be even more relaxed going on holiday. They want to then go and do because they're for a short period in that country. They want to go and see and do and experience everything. And we're the opposite. Obviously, working. You then want to go and relax. So it's different ends of the scale, isn't it? But that's what I love about Lanzarote is because it's for everyone. So if you're a family, if you're, older, if you're younger, it's just for everyone. If you're a couple, it's just a really great little island, really.
Well, I suppose we haven't done much of the Canaries apart from Lanzarote.
Yeah.
So we do want to try Tenerife, maybe Gran Canaria.
I really want to try Gran Canaria.
Yeah, so we should try that one. But we always end up in Lanza because we do love Lanza.
Do you know what it is? I think when you're looking for something to quickly relax and you're familiar with something, I think that's what draws us to it. Like I'll say to my mum, "Oh yeah, we're thinking about going to Gran Canaria." She'll be like, "Oh, why can't we go to Lanzarote or something like that?" And you think, "Oh, all right, we'll go Lanzarote." And I think because we know it so well, and I don't have to worry about her because then if we're relaxing on the pool and she just wants to walk along the strip, we're right at the beginning of the strip. And to be fair, my mum will only walk halfway down the strip anyway. She won't really walk any further than that because the strip is really long. And so she'll do half the strip and she'll go in the shops that she wants to go in. And she'll do that every day. She'll have breakfast. She might sit by the pool with us for a little while and then go, or she'll go first and then come back and sit by the pool for a little bit and try to break up her day. And ultimately, after dinner, we end up walking down the strip. Ultimately,
yeah, always. But it's a good way to relax.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be going for an hour.
Wow.
So, let's talk a bit about what we're going to do going forward.
Yeah, I think you're going to do a recipe this week, are you?
Yeah. So, if you've been watching my Back to the Future, we brought it Back to the Future because I love the film Back to the Future, the whole trilogy thing. So, I've been doing recipes from the official cookbook, which is around here somewhere.
It's there.
Oh, it's over there. So I do want to do. So I've done one from 1985. Well, I say 1985 from the film 1985, the alternative 1985. So I want to go back to 1885, which is Back to the Future 3. So I'm going to do a recipe there this weekend.
I may do my recipe for the pineapple upside down cake, which is now.
I've jammed it. Look how much is left. We ate it, so you didn't have to.
So I'll probably do a recipe I'll do a video for that. Depending on who I've got to eat because I know Mark and I can probably eat this in a couple of days between us. But then with the pina colada cake, if I do decide to do a video on that, then I think I need to have people in mind who I'm going to cut slices and give the slices of cake away to.
Yeah, so if you want to see that, do say there's quite a bit of booze in it, but
yeah, there's not that much booze in it. There's just a little bit of Malibu. It's like 2 tablespoons in the mix.
And I thought it was more than that.
No, but it's about 2 tablespoons in the mix and about 2 tablespoons in the cream, so it's not that much. There was another cake. Oh, I was thinking about doing a red velvet cake. So that will be one to look out for. I'll have a think about that because I don't know because sometimes I wake up and I just think, oh, do you know what? This is what I'm going to do today. And then I do it. So I don't always have a plan in mind of what I'm going to cook or what I'm going to bake. And yeah, so then I'll just wake up like I've got carrots in the fridge. So in my mind, I'm thinking I have to do a carrot cake. So well, yeah, one of those recipes this week has to be a carrot cake. So I'll do a carrot cake. and then I may do a red velvet cake. But I'll see how I go.
Yeah, and we're also going to do some samples as well.
Yes.
So if there's any food you want us to try, or a restaurant, if we can get it,
takeaway style, yeah.
Takeaway style, yeah. We'll try and order it for you and try the recipes. I mean, obviously, meat ones I'm not going to do, but
pescatarian.
Yeah, any fish ones I'll do. But yeah, so we'll try those recipes, try those dishes. I've always fancied that. I don't know what it's like. Well, we can try it and tell you what it's like.
As long as it's not outlandish like crickets, because I ain't down with that. Crickets.
That bar. Bar. I've never seen that before. Cricket energy bar. When I saw cricket, I actually thought the game. But then I realised it's the United States and it's not going to be blueberry and vanilla and crickets.
I mean, honestly.
There you go. Although they do say, though, that is the future. They're going to say meat will destroy the planet. And for crickets will
and so we'll be eating crickets. That'll be the delicacy, will it?
Yeah, that'll be a protein source. I think that's many decades down the road, but there you are.
Yeah, hopefully not in our lifetime.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this live, and we'll be back again.
Soonish. So we're going to try and commit to doing, if not. We're wondering every week or every fortnight, maybe.
Yeah.
But we do want to do much more regular lives. We'll keep you updated on what we're doing. Keep you updated on what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
And also as well, if you have any suggestions or you'd like us to discuss a certain topic, put it in the chat. Prince Duke of Cambridge died, didn't he? Prince Philip died today. Yeah, so that was sad news from there.
Yeah.
But we will be, like I said, if there's any discussion points you do want to discuss, feel free. Join us with the chat. It was always lovely to talk to you.
Yeah, and summertime's coming, so we're going to be spending more time in the garden, and we may even do some lives from the garden. We may do some barbecues and things like that. Good social distancing if we have people over. There won't be many people over. But it will be good social distancing, and yeah, we'll do some mini barbecues and things like that. So we will be looking forward. I'll be so looking forward to that warmer weather and hanging out in the garden. Oh my god, it's gonna be so good.
And we do want to be able to do some live, so you can actually join us virtually in our barbecue, which will be good.
Yeah. It's gonna be good.
So anyway, that's it from us. We want to say thank you so much for joining. We always appreciate your support. It really helps us to make more videos. And also as well, we enjoy making them for you.
Please like, share and subscribe. And we will catch you in the next vlog. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.